welcome back, guys. An overwhelming number of women in Jamaica are stepping forward to help families struggling with fertility by donating eggs. So we have with us Dr. Sharifa Frederick, Clinical Director of the Caribbean Fertility Center, who's here to share how this process is enabling women to fulfill their dreams of motherhood and the growing demand of donor eggs in Jamaica, which is something that Simone just said. We did not know that this was happening in Jamaica, Doc. Welcome to Smile Jamaica.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
How long has this been happening? That's the first question.
Right. It's been happening for about 7 to 10 years in Jamaica. And it first started when we realized that there was a demand for eggs. We had a lot of older women who were coming in. Their fertility reserves were very poor. And so, they needed persons to donate eggs for them to start a family. So we started, starting to process women and started to advertise for women to come in and donate their eggs so that these eggs can be available for the women who had a poor ovarian reserve.
When you say older women, because I know when we talk about pregnancy, when I was pregnant with Aaron at 35, I was in the elderly prima gravid. How you go? The oldest. Older women meaning what?
Well, we have women in their 40s. So usually after the age of maybe 45, even if you come for in vitro fertilization, you don't have good quality eggs to produce good quality embryos to conceive. And so generally women over 45 cannot conceive naturally. Some can, but the majority of women, their ovarian reserve will be very poor. And especially if they're coming to access in vitro fertilization, like their tubes are blocked or their partner has a poor sperm count, these are the women that will require eggs. So we do what is called an AMH level, a hormone level, to see if they can produce eggs naturally. And if the AMH is low, then we know that these are the women that will require eggs.
So can we go back to Biology 101?
Yes.
Please, for the folks who are watching, and tell us how these eggs, the importance of the eggs, and how the baby is formed. Because there are some folks watching who may really not understand why we're asking for women's eggs.
Right. So in order for someone to conceive, the ovaries have to produce an egg. So every month you ovulate, and what is released is an egg that comes out of the ovary. And then when you have intercourse, the sperm will swim up the uterus into the fallopian tube and fertilize this egg. So the egg, you have to have a good egg. Number of eggs is important. And also the quality of the egg is important as well.
Okay.
So age affects the number and the quality of eggs.
Okay.
Also, diseases such as endometriosis can eat away at your ovaries and result in poor quality eggs, which are affected by endometriosis.
PCOS too?
PCOS.
Well, PCOS, you do have an abnormal hormonal environment which can affect the quality of the egg, but persons with PCOS will produce a lot of eggs. Right.
Just the quality of them.
Right. And then some people just naturally, they just have a poor ovarian reserve. So they have what is called premature ovarian failure. So you have persons, they come in their early 30s and they don't have good eggs. So you have younger women as well who will require eggs. Those with endometriosis and those who have autoimmune diseases, their body just naturally destroys their egg quality. And those who just have a premature ovarian failure. So you also have younger women who will be accessing this sort of care.
So we're talking about the ability for older women as well to access these eggs, right? Is it the quality of the egg, or for me, it's as we get older, our body's ability to actually carry these eggs, to carry a pregnancy in a healthy way. Doesn't it become more difficult for somebody, let's say in their 40s, to be able to do so even after they've received it?
Right. So after they've received it, so we have to make sure that these older women, their chronic diseases are controlled. So they have to get clearance from their doctor, their cardiologist, to make sure that once we put the embryo inside of them, they now have a healthy pregnancy. So we require them to do ECGs, check their blood pressure, check their glucose levels, because as you know, as you get older, your ability to carry a healthy pregnancy will be reduced, and we don't want them to have, a bad pregnancy. So we make sure that they're properly investigated so that when they receive this embryo, they have a healthy pregnancy.
Are all eggs compatible with all body types? Like you can just donate and fit an egg to a
That's right.
Really?
That's right. Yes. So
So
anybody
baby can give an egg, you can give an egg, can fit
That's
into
right.
my body?
There's no discrimination.
That's
So the body can adapt. Yeah. So lots of women get
nature
eggs
is
from.
amazing.
That's right. Yeah.
That's incredible. And so how does it work now? How do you extract an egg
Okay.
from a woman who is willing?
Right. So when an egg donor comes in, she's investigated. So we make sure that she is also healthy. She doesn't have any genetic diseases or any hereditary diseases that can be passed on. So we screen her and we do investigations. We do viral testing. We do mental and emotional testing as well. Once the person is fit, then once her period starts, we start her on some injections. So she gets FSH, follicular stimulating hormone injections. Every month your body only produces 1 or 2 eggs. We don't want 1 or 2 eggs. We want a cohort of eggs. So we want at least 16 eggs. So we give them injections and it forces the body to produce 16 eggs or to produce the follicles which have eggs in them. After about 12 days of injections, we give her a trigger shot. It causes the egg to mature. And then we sedate the person. So that, and then under ultrasound guidance, a needle is placed and we extract the eggs from her ovaries.
So the eggs are that small?
They're microscopic, yes. You can't see them with the naked eye.
This is so fascinating.
So the egg, so we extract the egg.
How many videos though?
We extract the egg, it comes in a fluid, we can't see it. And then we send it over to the lab and they take it and they put it under the microscope and they make sure that they see an egg there.
Wow.
And then they freeze it.
Wow.
And then you implant.
Right.
Okay, and so you made a call in September, was it, for women to donate?
Correct.
And you got an overwhelming number of responses.
Right.
It gladdens my heart.
So we put out posts on TikTok, etc., and we had persons calling, emailing, hundreds of persons, even people from Africa.
Wow.
Because one of the posts was an African song. But we couldn't facilitate persons from Africa, but we had a lot of local persons who are coming in.
So are you now telling folks that you want more eggs?
Yes, we do.
Yes,
we do.
Because is there a great demand?
There is a demand. And then people require specific requirements. Some people want, somebody with a little Asian descent or a little,
Yeah.
So there are certain...
wow, you
That
can...
is interesting.
Wow.
You can decide what kind of egg you want.
Let me ask you something about the male donors now. There was an article the other day where you said up to half of Jamaican men donate sperm that's not usable.
Right.
For a variety of reasons.
So they don't donate. They come in to donate, and when we look at the sperm, the count is so low, it doesn't meet the criteria to donate.
And you attribute that to a number of factors.
Yes.
Which include, you laugh, but it's a serious thing. So 1, the high ingestion of alcohol.
Yeah.
2, a lot of smoking, right? And 3, maybe how they're wearing their pants.
Right, because the testes are on the outside. They hang on the outside for a reason, outside of the body, because it wants to be cooler than the body temperature. So when you wear tight clothes or you're exposed to a lot of heat, then the sperm production will be compromised. So it makes sense,
That's new information.
Mind blown. Mind blown. Okay, back to the topic at hand. What do you want ladies to know who are thinking of donating? And for the folks who are watching this for the first time and did not know this was a thing and think they may want to access the services and get an egg.
So egg donation is really done for altruistic reasons. We want persons to come in who really desire to help a family. They understand fertility issues. They want to help persons. It's not money-making thing per se. Yes, they get compensated, but it's not a payment because nobody can pay you for eggs. Eggs have no value.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. So it's a compensation, and it's really done, because you want to help a family. You have to be healthy. You can't be somebody who is smoking a lot, having a very a lifestyle where you're drinking a lot, smoking a lot, etc. So they want you to be healthy. You can't, of course, have any chronic diseases. You can't, and we would like you to disclose everything that is wrong with you, because we don't want to give these eggs to somebody and then they have a child that is problematic.
Yeah.
So you're going on the veracity of a statement. You can't
That's correct.
Yeah.
So we have to trust that you don't have any family history of any psychiatric illnesses, that sort of thing, which are hereditary.
Yeah.
So,
The CFC, you're the ones who give them some kind of compensation for the
Yes.
donation, yeah?
Correct.
So you get to tell them, you know, how much it is that they can actually get from that.
Yeah.
And for those who have donated, for the ladies who have donated and think to themselves, you know, maybe this is going to affect my chances of getting pregnant down the line, it won't.
No, because every month your body pushes out a certain amount of eggs and no more. So we can only take
What
for
you
that
have.
what you have for that
Right.
month. So
Right.
it doesn't affect your fertility later down in life.
Gotcha.
Doc, we have to go over one story, just one story that would warm our hearts about somebody who has given and a
Right.
family that has received.
Yes, I have a heartwarming story. I remember a couple who came to us for IVF care, and she did a couple cycles, couldn't get pregnant. She got donor eggs from overseas. She still didn't get pregnant. And I said to her, don't worry, when we open CFC, I'm going to take care of you. And when we finally opened, I called her and she came in and she said to me that, you know, she goes to functions and people are teasing her and her husband. They've been together for many, many years and she just needs a child, you know. And we did this for her. And, you know, she delivered about a year ago. And she's extremely happy, you know.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
So-
let me tell you, when you really want it
I know.
and you finally get it, it is a blessing.
It is.
So thank you for the work you do at the Caribbean Fertility Center. You guys are 2 years old? How old are you?
Yes, we've been established in 2022.
Yeah. Well, continue the good work.
Yes.
We're hoping
Yes.
somebody heard this morning. If you are willing to give, or if you would like to get, you'd like to receive, then Dr. Sharifa Frederick is saying the Caribbean Fertility Center could be the answer to either of those scenarios. Thank you very much again.
Thank you for having me and
you,
getting the
Josh.
word out there.
Yeah, Dr.
Very
Sharifa
good
Frederick.
information.
Don't leave us just yet. Clinical Director of the Caribbean Fertility Center, Dr. Sharifa Frederick. Up next, we're talking about financial planning for the year ahead. And if you have those babies, boy, are you going to need to have this discipline. We'll be right back, everybody.